Preparing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe. Yes. Kinda. I think so. All right. I think we're going there. Somehow there. Yeah. There. I think we're good. Fantastic. Okay. Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chat. What's up, champions? Grateful to have you here. And welcome to our Champions Academy. This is a weekly. Um, I love this event because this is where we can go specific on certain topics. Throughout the week in the organization, we have a lot of calls. We have a lot of stuff. But this is kind of like if you're a church going person, it's kind of like the regroup, it's a regathering, and we can be very topical, very specific on certain things. And specifically, what we love about these days too is we can really, really not just highlight success, but we can also share what that success is as well. So today, we have the honor of having a rock star success panel. We got Kelly Smith, senior officer, Shauna Carroll, newest officer, Gina Hallmark, not only vice president, but literally the top performer we just wrapped up a February Full Throttle Challenge in all of North America, the top performer there. And Shanna Burks also won Full Throttle February as well too. And we're going to be able to glean from them so many different things. So this is one you want to have a notepad out, a pen. Do people use pencils? By the way, I know. Are you a pencil person or a pen person? Put a 1 in the comments if you're a pencil. Put a 2 if you're a pen. Yeah, I'm a pen person now. I don't like that graphite on my finger, that's that type of thing. Anywho, mechanical pencil. 0.5, sister, not 0.7, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I just got some bad flashbacks about school and stuff. So anywho, also, just some updates first, some announcements before we dive into everything, is in this whole organization, we have a very big challenge that we're running towards. And our goal is to be able to simplify your business to scale it so that you can win all the different things that we have in here. And one of those big, big things is we are taking hundreds of people out to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. This is the place you want to be at because, I don't know. I don't think we need an excuse to have a vacay, right? But so many different things. If you already opted into this, by the way, put a me in the comments below. This is huge. And we're going to talk more about this, but if that's something of interest to you, and everybody can, by the way, if you're brand new, we would encourage you and challenge you to opt in with us. Really? Because this is meant to be designed just for you. And if you play the game, then you're going to be able to win the prizes. Okay? But play the game in the chats below. Our goal is to simplify this. Our goal is to make it fun. Our goal is to make it so that it's kind of like you just focus on the carrots that are here and you walk out with the dream lifestyle and things are just incredible. So huge shout out. We have 95, I don't know. A lot of people already opted into this and actually already people that have qualified for this as well too. Kelly, we were talking this morning and you just shared some good news, but a couple of the teammates qualified for this. Is that right?
That is right. Yes. So Shauna qualified at VIP. So that's huge. And of course, Gina qualified also. So as manager. So we're super excited.
Come on. Let's go. We just launched this. In fact, Shauna did this so fast. She actually already fully qualified last week. But we can't keep up. It's no.
It's insane.
So let's give them lots of love in the chat. Because if you love on them, there's a principle in life that if you celebrate other people's wins, then that means that you will be able to get to that direction as well too. Right? It's a challenge that I have as well too. It's man, I'm excited, but oh man, can I be there too? Absolutely. So we love them. We're so excited. And that's why you're here today, because they're going to share with you all of these different secrets. Okay. So Kelly, I'll have you up first. And I want to ask you some questions because this team has really only been functioning. I mean, you guys have known each other, you've had different backgrounds and relationships, but it's only been like a month or so that you guys have really been functioning at a team. So, for those of us, do you mind giving us a little bit of backstory, both first to you, for those that don't know you,
Sure.
but also to how the team really started to get together? And then we'll start diving into some things.
Yeah, sure. So I have been in this industry for 13 years. This is my third company I've built with, and I'm really excited about that. I was slow to get started. So I started the products in April of last year, and I sat and watched because it was really important to me at this phase in my career that if I was going to do this again, that it had to be like, I had to be so certain, like it had to be 100% like full all in. So it did take me a little bit. I watched. I needed to get to know the systems and the tools if they were really doable for the average everyday person. I had to get to know who was steering the ship and what their goal and mission was. And I had to make sure that I aligned with that. And so it took me a few months of watching. And it really was right before PXP in Orlando that I said, you know what? This is everything that I've been looking for, and I'm ready to go. So we dove in and we started working and got excited. And then the Destin trip came, and I was like, okay. So I said to Shauna, this is something I really want you to go to. She's local to me. We live in the same town. And I said, I really want a local team. I want you to come. And she was all about it. She's like, yes, yes, yes. So Tammy and Michael came, Faith came, like several of my local people, because I wanted to build that camaraderie, that like relationship piece. That relationships are really important to me. So I knew if I could get them there, it would help build that consistency in relationship. And so right before the event, Shauna signed Gina, literally like the night before Destin. And she showed up in Destin. So we all got to go to Destin. I got to plug them in with people that I already love, like Donna and Winter and Danielle and Cindy and Lindsay and James and all these people. And it really, I don't know what it was. Honestly, I feel like it was just a real God designed thing. We connected at a different level, and we were all very hungry and we all had the same goals and dreams. And so we came home and said, let's get to work. Like we have the systems in place now. We know exactly what we need to do. We have the support team to encourage us. Let's go to work. And they did, man. We all did. We've been just consistent with the things that were laid in front of us, like the tracker, the 7-day launch, all of those just simple systems and tools that you can use in your business daily that will move the needle in your business. So we all just got to work and here we are.
Simple. All right. So some things that I want to pull out here as well too, because there's such a dynamic in this team that I love. There's
Mhm.
a saying that teamwork makes the dream work, right? So whenever you see growth, it means that there's certain dynamics in place. Who here, by the way, would love a business and a team, just like what Kelly's talking about in your business as well too, right? Um, my encouragement and my challenge to you today on how to take notes is I would take notes to say, how do I spark this like what Kelly started? And then all the team, there's so much to grab from them as well too. But that's how I'm personally taking notes today because literally this just sparked from almost nothing. But you made a decision. Okay. So the first note I'm taking is do you want that team? Like, do you want that type of camaraderie? Do you want that type of like dream team? And it doesn't take many as well too, right? You can take over the world with just a few. Sometimes we think we need tons and tons and tons of people. Really not. You just need a few people that are aligned with your mission, and you find those people, but you build that connection. I also took that note of those relationships that you develop. You can tell your team has a lot of fun. You can tell that you guys love each other. You guys could tell yeah, you guys are something
Yeah.
else.
I think that's important. I mean, for me as a leader, or really, I mean, you're a leader if you have one person. So I want you to really hear this. It doesn't take a ton of people. You don't have to have I hate the term rock star. Like it's so overused, but like I feel like everyone's a rock star. If you want something and you're working towards it, then you're a rock star, in my opinion. But it doesn't take 100 rock stars. It takes 100 average everyday men and women, moms and dads, to get super passionate and believe in something. That's it. That's all it takes. I promise you, I've watched it time and time again in this industry, and I've built All three companies that I've been with, I've built to the top 7 figures. So I do know how to do this and I do know what it takes. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've made so many mistakes over the 13 years that I've learned what to do and what not to do. And I feel like you just have to have a burning desire, right? It starts with that. And we all did. We all came together and said, man, I really want this to work. Like I want to help people, number one, and I want to make money. And I think that's another thing I want to throw out there. Some people feel like if they want to make money, that's a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. Like we are all here to make money. Like that's what we're doing. We're building a legacy for our children, for our grandchildren, for us. And so it's okay to want to hit a rank. It's okay to want to earn the trip. It's okay to want to make the paycheck. Don't apologize for that. That's good, right? So you have to have the burning desire. You have to identify, how can I do it? Do I have systems and tools? If you do, which we absolutely do, then you have to make a decision. Like James says, you have to make a decision to utilize the tools that are given to you. And that's what our team did. We weren't just looking at the tools. We weren't just like, oh, yeah, those tools are great. We were in it to win it. We said, we're utilizing that tracker. We're printing it off. We're checking the boxes. We're going to download boards. We're going to do the 9 and 3 posts. We're doing the launch. So we just got to work. That really is what it is. No one has like, Shauna's never done this. Gina's never done this. Shanna did this a little bit, dabbled in it. These aren't like huge, they didn't bring teams over. These are just your average everyday women that have a burning desire. So you guys, you can do the exact same thing within your own teams.
Such a big thing. And Kelly knows enough about systems and stuff to be able to make her own systems, but there's genius in not reinventing the real wheel. All right.
Yes.
Put system in the comments below. Because I'll be honest, like I get it's very easy for me to complexify things. I think that might be your word, maybe not. But no, it's just making that decision, getting the right people on board and saying, guys, we're going to drive what works. And that's it. But it takes a leader to enforce it. And that's what I'm hearing from you as well, too. But you have the tribe that's willing for that to be enforced to you. By the way, sometimes the wrong person is the one that's not willing to follow the system. No, they're great. We love on them, right? But you find the right people. Who's a leader? The leader is the one that actually shows up and is following the system. Okay, that's it. And then you can take them everywhere. So Kelly, I'm just going to pop up everyone on the screen here.
Yeah.
And have you guys just be awesome as you already are.
I'm excited.
Yes. Let me see, make sure I find everybody. So Shauna, Shanna, Gina, I have everyone here, right? Okay, cool.
Awesome. So I'll be honest, these girls are, I mean, they could tell you so many things, right? They're so amazing. They're so special. They each have so much to bring to the table. They're different in a lot of ways, but very similar. So I just want to preface this by saying, take away what works for you, right? You don't have to copy and paste. This isn't like you have to go do exactly what they do or say what they say. What you do have to do, though, is say yes, make a decision to utilize the tools and the systems that we have in place, because guess what? They're identical. It doesn't matter if James signed you, if Cindy or Lindsay signed you, if you're on Louis' team or Katie's team or whoever's team you're on, it doesn't matter. We have literally the exact system and tools for you to plug into. And so our team does things probably a little bit differently, and that's okay. It works for us. So take what works for you, right? And and apply it. But I will tell you, the 4 of us, we are in constant conversation. And I honestly think that is a huge factor. We have relationships. Yeah. And we are in constant contact. We have a text thread on our phones. We communicate every day, all the time. So I think that's important because it builds connection. Okay. These ladies talk amongst themselves. If I can't get to something, then Shanna or Shauna or Gina step in. We've created a very high sense of community in our organization, right? Inside a big organization. And you can do that too. So we do communicate a lot, and we encourage each other. We kick each other's butts and we say, hey, go do this, go do this. Or if we're having a hard time, we will very honestly say, well, you need to go do your homework. You need to go do this, right? So there is that factor. We have a very close relationship and we're super honest. So I gave them some questions last night just to prepare. They could all answer these like this and roll off tons of tips and tools. But for time, I wanted to give them some specifics last night. So I'm going to kind of ask them questions, and let them kind of share with you what they do and what their day looks like. Because anybody want to know what Gina's doing every day to sign 21 new brand partners? 21, you guys, in a month. That's insane to me. So, Gina, I'm going to kick it off with you first. And I want you to give them an honest look at what does your day look like with the three of us, okay? And what are you doing to sign up 21 new brand partners? What does that look like exactly?
Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness. I am just so over the moon with emotions right now. I'm just got to tell you that. I love you girls. You are my dream team for sure. And you are what did it for me. I'll tell you, I just love it. So, as they said before, I reached out to Shauna. I've known Shauna since school, but I hadn't seen her since school. I saw her post on Facebook. I reached out to her and said, you look great. And it just so happened to be the day or two before Destin Partner Co. Event. And I reached out. I started the drops and I said, take me. I want to come. Like, what is this? I want to know. Like, I was eager to learn because I saw her transformation, saw her glowing, saw her happiness, and I wanted some of that. I wanted it in my life. Plus, we are from Fredonia, New York. We're the hillbillies. We are very competitive, let's go. So, I just wanted to be a part of it. I booked my ticket that night. I flew out there the next day, and that's what set me on fire. I am not even gonna sugarcoat that. I met all the people in the company. I met the passion. I met the transformations. I saw the stories. I got the goosebumps and the tears. I felt the emotion. I felt the roof explode, and that's what kind of set me on fire. And I came home and I was like, I want this. I am burning for this. So I just came home and I just started doing the do. I started getting on the boards apps. I started getting on the IPA calls because I had no clue what I was doing. I had no clue. I was spinning so fast that I had no idea. I was learning as I was going and I was blowing up and I was like, whoa, teach me this, teach me. I got to know what I'm doing. But I took my picture. You got to take a picture of yourself. It's painful. Step in front of that mirror. Take that picture. Take that ugly fat picture of yourself because that is what will give you that drive to look at that. Like I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want to look in the mirror and be unhappy in that body. So I took that picture, took that second picture, posted it on there, went out of my elements and posted that to the whole world. So uncomfortable. I got comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's basically what it is. I printed off some things. Another little tip is to go into your website, share your website, share it with people. Just push it out there, give them the information. If they don't know, they don't know. You will help them know about it at least. I print out my codes. I do a code. I pull up my codes. I print them on a card. The codes, it allows them to just scan it right out. One of the codes goes right to my website, and the other code is the 4-pack skinny drops with my promotion. They love promotions. They love discounts. When you tell somebody they are going to save money, they're on it. And that's basically all I do is I make them see the benefit of buying the 4-pack. The 1-pack, you can certainly get the one and try it. I would love you to come and join this great product. But when you tell them the 4-pack gives them that fee to download their own website to start making commissions and start selling and just start sharing the information to people, it explodes. It just explodes. And I can highly recommend getting your codes printed out and sharing it with whoever you talk to. Keep it with you. Take it with you everywhere you go. Bring your bag with you. Just give it to them. The worst they can do, throw it in the garbage, right?
Gina, I want to touch on that. So you've signed 21 people to your
Yes.
team in the last 30 days.
Yes.
When we are talking about duplication and we're talking about what you're doing, I've seen it you've brought in, I would say 99.9% of your people have bought the 4-pack, you guys.
Yes.
So that is what she's duplicating because that is what she knows. That is what we do as a team. So we always start with that because Gina is a pro at this, and she just said it. She shows people the value in saving money. Sure, she will talk to them. If it's a no, she'll show them you can comment on a one box. But this team, when we're sharing this opportunity, that is our system. Gina is telling them about the 4-pack. Shauna is telling them about the 4-pack. Shanna is telling them about the 4-pack because we're getting really good at showing the value of the 4-pack. And so that's duplicating like wildfire fire in our team. So I wanted to make sure that you touched on that because she's giving them the option of the one box if it's a no, but she is starting with that. It's the 4-pack, right?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's just, I mean, it just makes more sense. You can get it for free, even. You can get it for free. You buy it, buy the 4-pack, you buy yours, and then you sell the other 3 at $150. That first box of yours is free. I mean, it just makes more sense. Mm-hmm.
It does. And so I want to touch on this before we move to Shauna, but you've started 21 new people. I can't, every time I say it, I'm like 21 new people. So we are busy right now. Okay. 21 new people. What are you doing with them? Right? What is your first thing that you're doing with 21 new people so we can get them onboarded? What's the system?
I just welcome them to the Partner Co family. I love on them. I introduced them to my group. I said, listen, let's welcome our people in this. And we just start loving on them, giving them support. I have a group chat that I started myself because we all know there's so many chats and so many groups that I'm still in Kelly's team chat, but I also created my own team chat and I added my own people in there because, they're beginners. They want to know, they want to learn things and ask questions. And I don't want anybody to be left unsupervised or unsupported. I want them to ask questions. I want them to dig in. No question is too big. No question is stupid. No question is bothering me. I say, bother me. Give me anything that's in your mind. Ask me questions. I just had a brand partner that signed up and he posted his first pin. You got to pin a post on your Facebook so that when somebody comes in, they see that pin post first thing on your Facebook. It works. It works. So I just guided one of my new brand partners, Ben. I don't know if you're on this call, Ben, but I said, pin a post. He didn't have pictures. So I said, pin mine. Pin any of our friends here. We will share any of our stories. And then I went into my chat and I said, can we please love on him? Love on him in his post. Let's love on him. And everybody came in with their love and they shared their story and boom, he's getting the attention. That's it.
That's it. That's what we do. Okay. So something that is like a non-negotiable for us is we love on everybody. They're going in our team chat, right? We're going to introduce them to the leaders. That way, if Gina is helping someone else, Ben knows he can ask me a question. If I'm out of pocket, Ben's like, Shauna, what do I do about this? Somebody commented, what do I send them? She can be like, here's the boards. This is our system. So it's a great place to have your people. Most of us have a team chat if you've got a lot of people, but Gina brought so many people in, it just made sense for her to have her own. So we're in there, but we can still help support. But what I want you to hear what Gina said out of everything is that she follows the system. She's doing exactly what Shauna did because Shauna mimicked me. I did what Cindy and Lindsay were doing. They did what James Zhang was doing, right? So they're mimicking the leader. They're going right into their own thing, but they're still utilizing the exact same system. She's onboarding like Shauna, and I do. We send them the onboarding video. They get the boards, right? They get up their pinned post. This is nothing new. This is what we do on a daily. So thank you, Gina. You're incredible. Shauna, I want to talk to you next. Watching Shauna bring Gina in and just exploding, with Gina's new people is awesome. But the thing is that Shauna didn't stop. She didn't stop doing the things. She recruited, I think it's 16. I don't even know. I keep losing the number of her own new people into the team, right? So she's doing the do. She's not just like, yay, I signed Gina and Gina's going to get to work and it's going to be awesome. No, she continues to do the system. We have to continue to work the system ourselves every single day. And I think that's a huge takeaway to remember. Yes, Shauna signed Gina. Gina came in on fire and started running, but she continued to work her own system. Shauna gets the tracker. She's doing her pin post. She's doing her 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. She's doing lives and doing drop talk. She's doing the do, right? So there's no time to sit back and be like, oh, yay, right? I'm doing awesome. No, you stay grinding. You stay in the system. You stay doing the things that you've always done to get the success you have, right? If you stop doing the do, guess what happens? Nothing, because you're not doing anything. So you have to continue to do the system. I have to do the system. I have all these amazing women on my team on fire, but guess what? I had to go sign my own new 7 or 8 new people, right? To earn the February promo. I did it this exact same way. I have a pin post. I use boards. I'm doing the 9 a.m. and the 3 p.m. Okay. So Shauna, right now you are absolutely crushing it. You guys are on fire. You're doing all the things. How are you in conversation signing 16 new people without feeling like you're selling something? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to feel salesy. I don't want to feel like I'm pushing people. So what's a conversation look like with one of those 16 people that you just brought into the company?
Basically, I love people. So I love talking with people, and I'm all about bargains. Anybody that knows me, I am in my glory when I go into a thrift store. That is my jam. So I'm always about bargains. And you will never see me wear anything that's probably brand new, everything I wear. And so I want to bring bargains to other people. These products, I feel like some people say that they don't have the money to buy the products. And then that's where you take and break it down and make it a bargain for them. The 4-pack, what a bargain. Get a few of your friends. So you have to serve people, have a servant heart. And I feel like God has given me a servant heart. And it helps people with their health. It helps people with healing. And you find happiness in this. You find partnership in this. And I think that's so important. The friendships that you get. And I feel like everybody sees the difference in me from a year and a half ago, from where I was to where I am now. And they see that this company has made a huge difference in my life all the way around. You have to figure out what your hunger is. You could turn the hunger that it used to be like, from food, and turn the hunger into feeling difference, like with health, happiness, healing, partnership, and turn your hunger into something else. And that's what I did with this company.
I love it. And I have to brag on you because I have seen, not only does Shauna have an incredible physical transformation. I don't know if you guys have all seen her before and afters, but holy moly. But I've known Shauna for 20 plus years. So I've seen a different transformation in her. I've seen a fire in her soul. Like she grabbed onto this opportunity. She's a single mom. She works a full-time job. She has all the excuses in the world that are valid to not do something like this. She does, or to not be successful. But since day one, she said, I want this. Show me what to do. Tell me how to do it. I'm going to do it. She's the most coachable person ever. And if I say, this is what we're doing, look at this system, she goes and does it immediately. She puts it right into practice. And something that I have seen her do really, really well is that she doesn't sell anyone. She doesn't. She really doesn't. She asks people questions constantly. That's how she's gotten 16 new people. She's always asking people questions. And so I think that that's really important. It doesn't feel salesy when you're asking people what they need, right? What they're looking for. And Shauna has become a master at that. So Shauna, when you are talking to people and bringing them in, you're getting them on the 4-pack because you've done that a lot of times too. What are you doing when they get started? Are you doing the same thing Gina's doing? What does it look like when you start a new brand partner?
Well, you have to plug them in the system. I immediately plug them in with you girls because I know this whole week has been, I got a lot of brand partners this week and I am like floored by it. But my week at work was nonstop. Where I work, it was a testing week. I start earlier than normal and I don't even get a lunch break. And I still made it to the IP calls between jobs, going from one to the other. I still talk to people, plugged in, and Kelly knew that I was so busy and I would just plug them right in with Kelly. And I was like, please help this girl out. And it's all about getting your team to help out. And our team is amazing at that. And when we feel like one of us is falling behind, we give that pep talk and we're like, no, ma'am, you're not doing this. I'm going to help you up and we are going to do this together. We're getting to the top together. And there's like, no one is going to be left behind. We are the dream team and we're going to continue to be that.
I love it. I love it. You guys are incredible. She is. You both, Gina, Shauna. I'm blown away by your consistency. I'm blown away at your discipline. Did you hear something that she said? She said, I work the system. I get on the IPA calls. Like it's not a choice. It's like, I'm getting on the IPA call. She's at work, y'all. She has a job and she's still got an earbud in. Even if she can't talk about something on the IPA, because she's so disciplined and so just driven and plugged into that system, she's doing the do, which means she's on the IPA calls. And y'all, that is not a little thing. I want you to understand. These are big things that will move the needle in your business. It doesn't sound like it. When you hear someone say, oh yeah, I got on a call, you're like, okay. But I'm telling you, since we came home from Destin, we have not missed a call, pretty much. Maybe we got off early. Maybe we got on a little late. These girls have been so consistent with the system, and the IPA is the system. So if you have yet to get on the IPA, I would really encourage you to make it happen. And look, if you work and you're like, I cannot put an earbud in, I cannot, there's no excuse because there's a recording. So you can say, hey, I'm going to take my after dinner time to watch the IPA, even if I can't plug in, because that is a system. And I'm telling you, we are winning at the level we are because we are dedicated to the system. Do you see this shirt? Donna had this shirt made for us, and I feel like I want to wear it every day because it really is like, it's the system. It's plugging into what is handed to you. I didn't have to create the system, which you have no idea how thankful I am. I didn't want to create the system when I came here. I wanted the systems to be in place, and they are. So all I had to do was say yes and actually work the system, and that's how we found the success. So I want you just to hear that out of anything. Really, really, you have all the tools that you need. You just have to plug into the system. So Shanna is someone who she went to Destin. She was there. She got to come with us. So she got to see Gina and meet everybody. And she was at PXP. So she's already been exposed to the community. She was in love. But she hadn't really hit that wave of momentum in her business. Okay. She was consistent. She was doing the do. Anybody ever do the do? And you're like, gosh, I feel like I'm doing all the things, but I haven't hit that momentum yet. Let's be honest. Anybody else? I was too. I promise you, I was like, man, I really haven't found that like kick in the butt to like really get momentum going. So Shanna went to Destin. We came home. We had a conversation in Destin and we said, let's do this thing. Like, let's really do this thing. And she made a decision. She made a decision that no matter what, she was going to make it happen. And man, since Destin, Shanna has come alive. She's been on fire. She communicates with more than I've ever communicated with her before. And we've been on the same team. She's just been brilliant at really consistency and doing the do. And so Shanna, I just love you. And I'm so grateful that you have stuck with me through all the little bumps and hiccups in the beginning. And I just love seeing that you're successful and you're doing the do and it's working. So I want you to tell them, like, what was the shift for you? How did you feel? And what's the difference from coming back from Destin and plugging into the system? And also, what does a day look like for you? Because you have a job, you're a full-time trainer, you're a health coach. Like, what does that look like for you? And how are you sharing this in your daily life?
Well, I have so many things. I'm so grateful. Like, yeah, Destin was a huge turning point because there had been some like upheaval, and then it was like the stars were aligned, the synergy is like everything was cohesive, but energy, like the most excited wins. I had never met Gina before. And in fact, when we were at PXP, I had never met you or Shauna in person. I mean, like, so that event alone was what brought us together. The event is what got us to where we are. Gina's excitement. I was like, I want to sit by Gina. The most excited person wins. Gina, I would like to ask her, like, are you these people that you're recruiting, you did that in person for the most part, is that right? Yeah, she's doing it in person because she's excited. So Shauna had given me marching orders. She's like, okay, look, you're in the, you're always going to the hair salon. You're at the gym. I want you to do XYZ. And she told me exactly what to do. She's like, that's your homework. Because like she said, we're going to help you up. It's not like help you out. It's help you up because you're coming with us. It's a team effort and we're going to make sure you're with us. So okay. And then I was like, well, Gina, I called her, actually messaged Eric too, because I was going to the hair salons. What do I do? They gave me marching orders and this is what I do. And then I was able to get the 4 brand partners for the full throttle. So
yes, yes. I love that. I love that. Okay, I have to say, I have to pick something apart. She said she talked to Shauna, which Shauna's on our team. She was amazing. She gave her some marching orders. But did you hear what else she said? She said, I reached out to Eric. She just slipped that in. She's like, oh yeah, I reached out to Eric. Do you know Eric is not in my direct organization? He's not our big organization. So he's in our family. She reached out to Eric. Are y'all utilizing the flippin' amazing people on this team? Because if you're not, you are missing out. Like Eric Minter is incredible. She would not have known Eric Minter if she did not go to Destin probably and have that community and connection. And did you hear her say that again? She went to an event. This is not about an event. She got to an event and everything changed for her. So if that doesn't put a light bulb and say, man, I'm not missing the next event, you might want to write that down. So Shanna, yes. So she gave you some marching orders. You reached out to an amazing sideline teammate, Eric. He gave you some positive reinforcements. And so what did you do? You went into the salon, you went into the gym?
Yes, actually I took Eric, said, well, this is what I use. So I made my own. And then Gina was like, you take those drops with you, you take products, you take that, you laminate this, you make, Shauna, you make 25 copies and you're not coming home till they're all distributed. And okay, here I go.
I love it. And you did.
Yeah.
And what happened? So you hit the promo. You got 4 new brand partners. Y'all, this was someone who Shanna was not someone that was like recruiting like crazy. She was doing the do. She was showing up to the IPAs. She was getting her tracker. She was putting in the work. Okay. She was plugging into the system and it switched, right? That little tweak that she made and she hit the February promo. She signed 4 new brand partners. How incredible is that, right? It's just a decision. These, like I said, this isn't like rocket science. We make it where it's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard. I don't know what to do. Get to an event, get around people that are excited, right? Plug into the system, make a decision to be so disciplined, get on those IPA calls and just get to work. That's really what this team is doing. Yes, we have the friendships. Yes, we have the energy. Yes, we have that collaborative, system. And I love that. But anyone can do this. You really, really can. And girls, I'm literally blown away by you. Like I thank God every day, not only for y'all, but I just have to say this. I was in such a horrible place a year ago. Like if y'all would have seen where I was emotionally, when you're in the industry for a long time, it's like the thought of leaving something and starting over and it being pulled emotionally, like I knew where I was miserable. I wasn't healthy. It was not where I needed to be, but trusting God to move you out of that situation is extremely difficult. So I was in a really tough place last year and it took a lot of prayer. It took a lot of faith. And in the beginning of this journey, it was a little rocky for me. I didn't know where, my footing was, and I couldn't get plugged in. I wasn't really sure. And so there was a little hiccups. So if you don't have the perfect journey, if you started, maybe you signed up a year ago and you haven't really done anything, guess what? That's okay. I sat for months and didn't do anything. And now look, right? So I want you to know it's just a decision, and you will be so grateful that you make that decision. And the tools and the systems are in place for you to utilize. And this community is here to support you at every single step. And I am just so grateful for it, because it really has been the lifeboat that I needed to get to where I am right now.
My gosh, this team is incredible. Drop tons of emojis in the chat. I got a couple last questions for this incredible. Wow.
Can I
Wow.
share
Wow.
too?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like, excuse me. My turtle hand. So on the IPA calls, I am the time that they are held every day is usually a busy time for me. But every morning when I'm getting ready, I listen to the replay. If I can't get on to the IPA call, which a lot of times those times I'm training clients, so I watch the replay. Before Partner Co, I was doing personal development during that time on, watching YouTube videos or whatever. So this is perfect. Like, I can't always be there when it's happening, but if you're getting ready, you're brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, putting makeup on, whatever you're doing, that's the time to listen to the replay. Or if you're driving in the car, but the IPA calls are huge. It's very important to stay plugged in.
Yeah.
You make time for what's important. So we get it super clear. Congrats. I love it. Couple quick questions here. So we did find out that Shauna and Gina, and Shanna very soon, of course, but Shauna and Gina are our first official teammates to qualify for this Punta Cana trip. Come on. And then they're going to get all the dressings and bells and whistles, but they're the first ones to be able to get this. And we just launched it.
We did it, Shauna. Woo!
I know. Gina, how do you feel knowing that?
I'm in tears. I just want to cry so much. I am like
Me
so happy.
I can't believe this.
God is good.
Amen, sister.
Woo, I love you.
Love you. So proud of you, girl. So proud.
And I also want to bring up Lindsay here. Lindsay, we got share what's on your heart. What are you getting here?
I'm just like here in tears watching you girls. I swear, listening to Kelly, I just have to take a minute. Watching Kelly right now, I know, and I know Shanna and Shauna, Gina, you are in a new season for us, and we love you. Your fire, your energy, your passion, it is what this is all about. And I want to just break this down for a second, because I know that Shauna and Shanna have been next to Kelly and have walked through this season with her as well. The bond that this group has, the love for each other, the faith, the trust, the believing in one another, the truth. You guys, you're watching this group here today, and Kelly said, this past year's been hard. This has not been easy, right? You see people having massive success. We all have winning seasons. We all have losing seasons. We all have comeback seasons. We all have breakthrough seasons. Every single one of us has those seasons, right? I just walked off the soccer field, watched my boy and his team, they're in a tournament this weekend, lose their first game. It's hard. This is a winning team. You think about all of us right here. We are a winning team in Partner Co. This team right here is the fastest growing team. You guys, Gina is #1 in Partner Co. in recruits right now. Okay? That is our team.
Crazy.
It's really important. Gina, you're amazing. It's really important to know that you have to come together. You have to lock arms together. Shanna just said something so beautiful. And she said, excitement wins. The most excited person wins. Okay, you have to sometimes dig yourself out of the depths of hell and lock
Amen.
arms with the people that can take you exactly where you want to go. You want to go to the top, you lock arms with this group. You get on the IPA calls. You do the do like they're saying. These girls, I mean, Shauna blows my mind every day. Multiple jobs, single mom. She's crushing it. It's like, if she can do it, I can do it. You got to be looking at these girls knowing you have to know the full story, the full package. You see them winning, you see them crushing. Okay. It has not been easy, but are they are the real deal. They're like, this is it. If not this, then what? What else? So I could not be more proud. I'm watching you girls. I love you. But more than anything, I hope that you girls take a minute today and you really stop and understand just how incredible you are, how powerful you are, how valued you are in this organization, how much we love you. You just poured into this whole entire group, and you're going to set them all on fire, all from your hearts, all from just, I want to give. That means a lot. And you are being blessed like no other because of it. So I love you. I think you're amazing. I literally could not be more happy for this team. And I can't wait to celebrate each and every one of you and just watch this whole group. Every nugget you've given this team today, all of you, you could take one thing they've shared with you and go explode your business and save your life and your family's life. I know a lot of you on this call, you need that. So take these nuggets and run with it. And the most excited person wins. I love that. I'm going to keep saying that. So I love you all.
We love you, Lindsay.
Love you.
We love you so much. And
much.
I just want to say, just for another quick example, there was an event for me. It was we went to Puerto Rico. I earned the Puerto Rico trip when I hit senior officer. I didn't even know I hit senior officer, honestly. I didn't even really know what was going on. I was like, okay, I'm just doing the do, right? I was terrified to go to that trip, on that trip. I did not know a soul. I only met Cindy and Lindsay through Zoom. So like I hadn't really, gotten to know them that well. I saw them at PXP for like a hot second. And that event changed everything to me because I got immersed in the culture. I met Donna. I mean, hello, I met Danielle and Winter. Like they embraced, they didn't know me. They accepted me. They loved on me. They said, let's run, let's do this together. And it was like, oh my gosh, I love these people. Like, these are my people. And so find those people because it set me on fire. And then these girls came in, they found their people, and then we connected. And then we are creating this culture of like support and love and just cheering each other on and kicking each other's butt and, pushing us to drive a little bit harder. Right. So just get on the IPAs, get to an event because it will change your life.
Love it. Team, my gosh. Let's give them all one more time. Tons of love in the chat. Rock stars. I won't say that anymore. Not rock stars.
No.
Champions. Congrats, everybody. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a way to start your weekend, isn't it? Some last notes here. I hope you drew a lot. This is one you might want to watch repeatedly on a couple times. So a couple notes. Remember that we do put all of our replays of these and more. We have a YouTube. I'll drop it in the chat here. So we have that plus all of our IPAs that Shannon was talking about there. And I also want to encourage you too, when you're hearing these titles, remember they have there's a plan that we have. There's a blueprint that we have. So you just heard from Shanna, who's a director right now, for example. You have, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, by the way, Vice President Gina. You have an officer with Shauna Carroll. You have a senior officer with Kelly Smith. They're running the plan. They're running the system. They are running the blueprint. So I want you to think what I'm taking from this is, man, I want to do this and duplicate this. I want to do this and be the next Kelly, be the next Shauna, be the next Shanna, be the next Gina, and do it again and again and again, because it is as simple as what they just shared there. So run this. If you're committed to walking, this is your event, right? This could be your thing that sets you on fire. If you're committed to changing your next weeks, your next months, and being set on fire from this today, put a me in the comments below, because you too will have that story, right? So we got that there. Of course, we also have our Dallas PXP. The big one is well too. So if you didn't grab your ticket for this yet, you want to make sure you grab it. This is going to be the biggest event that we've ever had in all of Partner Co. And they just actually released it. Talk about a bargain. They discounted the price just for a little bit more. So you're going to save money. That's what I got from today. Talk about savings. I'm big stars. I got it. All right. So yes, absolutely. And last thing is this week, we have a whole bunch of events. Of course, our IPA calls. If you haven't plugged in, please do that. But also, I want to bring up Lindsay real quick too, because we are doing, I know, how do you like recover after this event? It's like, man, so cool. But Thursday, we're going to be doing a virtual drop talk that anyone can plug into with both you and Cindy. So I'm super excited because it's going to be great. But what would you recommend for us this week?
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, obviously, I know everybody's hair is going to be on fire after this call, right? Take your tips, take your nuggets, and really go and explode your week this week. Get yourself set up to reach out to those people, do the tracker, right? Take it one step at a time. And as you really start to fill your funnel with people that you're talking to, you have so many tools, right? So many things in your back pocket to share with them, and allow this drop talk on Thursday to really be something that kind of closes up the deal. Okay. So you want to start dripping on people that are already in your funnel. Maybe it's people you need to follow up with, right? Start to do that now, because as you're moving people through, it's multiple exposures. It takes multiple exposures sometimes to really get somebody to say yes. They say in sales, it can take 7 to 10 times for someone to say, yes, I want to try your product, or yes, I want to join your business. So it's important that you start moving people through the funnel now. And then Thursday, you let that be your close. Let Cindy and I come in and really close it up for you. Share with them our story. We're going to get very real, very vulnerable, share our hearts. We're going to make them laugh. We're going to make them cry. If you guys know, we're going to have some fun. But really what we're going to do is you bring the people to this event on Thursday, and we will make sure that they are your customers or your business partners. So it's really important to start today, fill that funnel, get the exposures out there, get your posts up, 2 posts a day, right? Do those simple things. Reach out. Donna Sambula, I see her on here. She's the master of 10 people a day. She is making sure that she is going to have 10 new people that she is exposing to the product and the opportunity every day. And then Thursday, we will close that up for you. So it's going to be fun. And we're going to give you guys lots of tips on the IPA calls all week. All these leaders are going to continue to give you tips to make sure you get as many people there as possible. So can't wait. I see you, Cindy Kellick, 10 and 2. Yes, ma'am. Let's do it. We're going to crush it on Thursday.
Love it. Thanks, Lindsay. Who here is going to pack out that call? They're 10 in the comments. Yeah, give us some waves. Let's go. Okay, cool. So with that, so normally on an academy, we don't have a time of prayer, but I feel like we kind of have to. Like there's just something in the atmosphere with that. So if you don't mind, for those that are open for it, we'll move into a quick time of prayer to close this out. If that's not for you, you are more than welcome to hop off as well too. But there's just so much that we need to extract from today. But dear Father God, I just thank you because your kingdom has come. You say that is your will, to bring it from heaven onto earth. And the kingdom is all about love. And it's come specifically against hardened hearts, hurt hearts, traumatized hearts, anything that has happened in the past, Lord. Then when we hear these different things, while we want it to actually impact us, I'm speaking directly to those that still have that veil, those fears of what if this happens again? What if I get hurt again? What if it doesn't work out? What if I get betrayed again? Whatever that it is, I just specifically want to come against that, and we break that in the name of Jesus. And Lord, just show up specifically in everyone's life today and love bomb on them. just like what Kelly and their team had just shared with us as well too. Let it infect us in our souls and our spirits in such a captivating, unique, and inspiring way that it literally shifts our DNA. That when we look at the past of all the grief and all the trauma and all that stuff, no longer is it a fresh wound, but it's simply a scar. And it is actually a reason that we can propel from to be able to launch forward. I thank you for the obedience of Kelly, Shauna, Shanna, Gina, because they have set something off. And I believe that they are going to be blessed another 10-fold, 100-fold blessing, because they themselves, they're putting you first, Lord. And we see that happening right now. So I thank you that everyone that receives this, it's all by you. And we thank you for duplication and multiplication and transformation and freedom in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, guys.